Alright, hey, what's up? My name's Stephanie. I'm with Hidden Agenda, and I am chilling on the bus with Billy of Ashes dIVIDE. How are you doing today?
Good, how you doing?
Good, thank you for asking. So, Keep Telling Myself It's All Right was released in April. It received rave reviews, and I saw on your MySpace that this was your most proud creation to date. I was wondering if you could elaborate on that a little.
You know, it's, I guess it's my solo thing, you know, project, band, whatever you want to, however you want to tag that. So, you know, I got to kind of do what I wanted to do. That being said, it was pretty tough to, you know, when you're not really bouncing a lot of ideas off anyone, in the beginning at least, to kind of get some momentum and get it going. Towards the end, I got to work with a lot of great people. I mean, Jeanette Napolitano was one from Concrete Blonde. She's a singer, a good friend of mine. And Poslin Chantan helped me with one of the songs, and my friend Danny Lohner helped me start producing the record. So, you know, as it started going and I got kind of a foundation, I started working with some people, and then it started really flowing from there.
Yeah, because I mean, that's a lot of hats to wear with songwriter, musician, producer, and vocalist. I saw that you were going like to hit the record button in the studio and then run around to go sing in the mic.
Yeah, exactly.
That must have been a lot of fun. So how did you go about putting together this lineup for the band?
There's a guy in LA that helps people put bands together, and I kind of went that route and did, you know, auditioned a bunch of different people, and you know, was asking around a little bit too, but mostly I wanted to just kind of do it with like fresh faces and just kind of go a different route than would like normally do with APC, where it was like friends of ours we knew from other bands and stuff like that. So yeah, and it's, you know, part of it is can they play, or what their, you know, what their vibe is, or are you going to get along with them, live with them on a bus like this,
close
you know,
quarters.
tight close quarters for a year, and so yeah, it's been great.
Well, that's cool. You can really get to know people that way. Like I was seeing how you and Maynard got to know each other by being on tour that way. And then, is it correct? His son, his 11-year-old son, is actually playing the cello on the record.
Yeah, he plays like on the last song.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
God, he must have been so excited.
Yeah, but you know, 11-year-olds, they don't get excited.
Oh.
12-year-olds, 13, whatever he is now.
Right. So what would have to be like your own personal favorite song off the record?
I would say Sword or Too Late. I kind of go back and forth between that, but maybe Sword if I had to, you know, play somebody one thing. It kind of depends who it is, you know.
Yeah.
If I had to pick one out, but yeah, I would say Sword musically for what it is.
That's cool. So, what bands are you listening to right now, or maybe what was today's selection?
I think I listened to Depeche Mode today. I get stuck on listening to the same Depeche Mode record over and over.
Which one's that?
Songs of Faith and Devotion.
Ah, good one.
But yeah, I was branching out to other things today. But I listened to on this tour, I haven't listened to a whole lot of music. It has been that busy, to be honest. Like, and any time I get that's like not doing something, you know, like interviews, sound check, or that, I don't listen to that much.
Try sleep.
Yeah, I try and sleep a little bit, and you know, but I was listening to the Swans have a new record. I was listening to that. You know, Maynard's new Christopher remix record, which is really cool.
Yeah, I was just checking that out on MySpace earlier. Very cool. So what would have to be the craziest thing you've done lately, or maybe on this tour?
Craziest thing. Lost a bunch of money at the casino last night. That was pretty crazy.
Ooh. Hope I don't do that today.
Yeah, good luck. And I was up too. I was like, oh man, I should have just walked out. I was the big winner, all cocky, and then everyone else was sitting there, and I'm waiting for him and waiting, and it was like, okay, I could fall asleep or I could lose some more money, so I'll go lose some more money.
You start upping your bet when you're up, and
yeah. I guess that's not too crazy, but it's stupid, so that's the stupidest thing I've done in the store. Really.
So what do you do like to kill time on the road? Are you a big avid reader, or do you guys like to play video games?
I watch these guys play video games.
Yeah.
I play Tiger Woods golf once in a while, but yeah, try and catch up with friends who aren't around. I've had a lot of family on the East Coast especially, I've got a lot of like friends and family that have been up to almost every one of these shows, so I've got very little personal time.
Aw.
Probably like of the month we've been out, I've had like 2 shows I think that I didn't have somebody there, which has been really nice. I mean, it's a bit exhausting too at times.
Right.
But yeah, so I haven't got a lot of downtime. When I
Aw.
hit the West Coast, I will. I'll be all rested up.
There you go. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit and ask, what are your thoughts on the war?
The war?
The war on terror, quote unquote.
This is a broad question. I don't know if I can answer that in one broad stroke. You want to elaborate?
Okay, yeah. Well, I'd say the reason I ask a lot of bands this question because I feel you're in like a position of influence, and also I think your fans kind of, are interested to know like what you actually think about, relevant current issues, and just curious if like what you're thinking about us spending so much time and money in Iraq right now.
You can look at it like what should have been done and what has to be done, and it's hard not to have emotion attached to it. Sometimes I think about this thing of, okay, what would you do if you had to deal with it, and what would you do if you have to be the one speaking out against it, or it's, the fact is we are there and we have a problem to clean up, and there's issues that will probably never stop in our lifetime, and it's so, like, I can talk candidly probably at dinner with a friend about it, and as soon as I start talking about this in front of, a public kind of forum like this, let's say an interview, it's, the responsibility, it seems heavy. Not that my opinion means shit, but there's so much, I'm basically going to roundabout way say nothing, because it's like, it's so, I don't know, because anytime you pose a solution, there's always a counter solution, or somebody's got something heavy to say and counter to it that makes a lot of sense, and it sucks and it's fucked, but it seems like we've always been in some suckier fucked situation along the way.
Yeah.
Whether we know about it or whether it's elevated to the point where we hear about it every day, and it's hard not to be hypocritical when you start condemning things. It's like we've gone through the South and a lot of other places, and I see a lot of, as much as I want to speak out against the war, it really is like we see these army recruiters and military guys that I meet and stuff, and go, God. And I'm really sad being away from my family. I cannot imagine what these guys are going through. So there's the boots on the ground, the guys that are there doing this for us, which for us luckily they are. But then again, the world is set up to have leaders who control all these boots on the ground for whatever reason. The way it's, just our human nature to fight and be territorial, or to have religion or money or power or whatever it is control the world. It's like we'll never get out of it. I hate to sound dismal about it, but it's just like I don't even know how to even respond. There's a long
I'm right there with
non-answer.
you. I could talk about that like all day, all night.
Yeah, but I know that has no directive to my point. But it's basically, I'm saying it's so complicated that the older I get, and hopefully the more wise I get, the less I have an opinion, a hard opinion about with it. And that being said, it's terrible, because then change doesn't come from anything that's not radical.